So that's why you want to start building your cash reserves, stack up on cash, always withdraw money from PayPal when you can, because the moment they hold your funds, they'll literally lock everything that's in your PayPal account, plus every new money coming in, every new sale, they'll be holding 20-30% of it. Hey guys, what's up? I have a super interesting video for you guys. In this video, we go ahead and I help a student scale from 4-figure days. He's doing roughly, 2,000 to 3,000 in average, and I help him scale to 5-figure days. I literally give away all my strategies and I tell him exactly how he can go ahead and do that, all the problems that are going to come when he does scale, and how to go ahead and prepare for Q4. So those who are at 4 figures doing $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 days, you definitely want to watch this, because I give away everything when it comes to scaling to those 5-figure days, just because I've done this many times with not only myself, but with many students. And this is the first time I'm revealing this knowledge live on my YouTube channel. If you guys watch to the very end, I go ahead and we talk about the problems of scaling, and I give away the solutions and talk about the difficulties of dropshipping. Finding winning products, scaling your ads, building your store, that's the easy part. A lot of people think that's a hard part, but the business aspect of dropshipping, that's when it gets hard. And building the system where everything will flow smoothly and you're able to handle the increase in orders, the increase in customer service increase, that's when it gets hard. And I'll reveal everything about that at the very end of the video. So watch till there. Before we get into the video, let's announce last video's winners for $1,000 worth of courses or consulting courses with me. The winners here. All you have to do to qualify is drop a comment below. Make sure you follow me on Instagram. Hit the notification bell, be subscribed, and I'll be picking the best comment every single day. Other than that, let's get right into the consulting call.
I'm Australian. I'm currently living in Germany.
Oh, that's crazy. Okay, you're in Germany.
My girlfriend's German, so yeah, I'm over here for a couple months.
That's super cool.
So I basically quit my job about 6 months ago now, and yeah, I've been drop shipping ever since.
Dude, that's awesome. So you took the leap. You quit your job and you're full-time e-com. How's the past 6 months been?
Yeah, the first 3 months were pretty good. Like, I found a product which was pretty good. I was able to scale up a fair bit, and then after that, I got lazy for about a month or two. And yeah, this past 2 months have been like, I'm getting involved, and yeah, the past months have been pretty crazy.
Got it. Just really doubling down and finding that next winning product to keep up that sort of expectation that you had with that first winning product, that you sort of set the bar pretty high.
Yeah, so I've been able to surpass the first product within like a couple of weeks now. So just want to keep the momentum going into like November and Black Friday, Christmas.
Yeah, for Q4 you definitely want to double down, because this is when sales just like double and triple. People just want to be spending money. People just want to be buying gifts. Like, people going out of their way to purchase things. So if you show things on Facebook, you just put it in front of them, they're going to likely purchase just because of the nature of Q4. What's your sort of biggest struggle at the moment? Like, what sort of bottlenecking?
Well, I'm actually going pretty well at the moment. I've got one product which is definitely a winner, and I guess the trouble is how I can take it to the next step from here, and how I can keep the momentum going like all the way throughout the rest of October and November.
Got it. So when you find a winning product, are you still testing? That's sort of the biggest question.
Yeah, at the moment I am. Like, I've organised for the product to be sent out to some influencers, so I'll be able to film some new video creatives, and I can test those.
Are you testing new products when you find a winning product?
Not really, to be honest. Like, 'cause this one is like a pretty big winner. Like, the past month I've been able to do like almost 6 figures. So yeah, just putting all my effort into this one product, basically.
Got it. So what usually happens when the product dies out? Like, how would you be able to have that next winner ready to sort of keep up that level of income?
Yeah, so with this product, like, I was selling it on my general store, and I've transferred this over to like a niche kind of one product store with like 5-6 products. And yeah, so I really built up like a lot of pixel data, And yeah, so I think like with this niche I'm selling now, it's quite easy to find new winners in.
That's good. So you're able to build out your pixel and constantly test new products that are related to your current winner, correct?
Yeah, that's right. So I've got a couple like upsells, like related products which people will add in even if I don't advertise them.
Got it. So right now you want to learn how you could double down on scaling out your current winner, correct? Not finding more winners.
That's right. Yeah.
Got it. So what do you think is sort of stopping you from scaling this one product further?
Um, so I'm at about like $3,000 a day on this one product. Um, I guess like I'm at the stage now where like I'm finally doing like lookalike audiences, and um, yeah, I've never like really got past the point of doing like $100 ad sets a day, and also what else? Yeah, I just want to make sure like within the first couple of weeks of this product that the quality's there for the customers and not too many returns or complaints.
Got it. So let's break that down. You mentioned we'll first start with sort of lookalike audiences on that end of things. So you scaled up to $3,000 a day just using interest targeting and a bit of lookalike audience. Is that what you're saying?
So that was basically just off cold interest targeting.
Mm-hmm. So what type of lookalike audiences have you launched, and what's your current scaling process? Do you like to duplicate ad sets or increase the budget on ad sets?
So I like to start with just like the bottom of the funnel. I like to start with the 50% video view, and then I'll just do US. I'll do 1%, 1 to 2%, all the way up to 10%. So 10 ad sets. I'll do $20 per ad set, so that's $200 per campaign, and then I'll let that run for like 3 days, and then if that's still going well, I'll add in the next stage. I'll add in the lookalike for view content, and then the lookalike for add to cart, and so on.
So I recommend is before you even go straight to view content, do 75% and 95% as well.
Oh yeah, sorry, I did do 95%.
Got it. Then put in 75%. 75% does pretty well as well. You'll be able to get one or two pretty good ad sets. And then the fact that you're only doing US, you definitely want to do other countries simultaneously. So scaling to like 5-figure days, 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 is just about the volume of winning ad sets that you can churn out. And to be able to churn out a bunch of winning ad sets, you have to churn out a bunch of lookalike audiences. So right now you're putting 10 out a day, US 1 to 10% lookalike audiences for 50% view. And then you do the same thing the next day for 75%, 95% view content, add to cart. And then that's like just 60 ad sets. And that's only going to take you so far. That's going to help you scale to like, $1, 2, 3, 4, $5,000 days, and you're probably gonna like just stop there. To really take it to the next level, you're gonna have to duplicate that, but with Australia, UK, Canada, worldwide. You wanna break down you wanna start doing worldwide targeted cold interest cold interest ad sets to start selling.
I am doing cold interest for like worldwide, like Australia, UK, Canada, but it just hasn't been as successful as the US.
Got it. So you haven't done worldwide, you've just done top 5.
Like I've done like maybe $50 a day for worldwide, but it just hasn't taken off.
Got it. So have you gotten your best interest ad sets, duplicated, and went $50 worldwide? Is that what you did?
So I used like all of the best cold interests from the US, and I've duplicated them to the worldwide. But I haven't been able to get like a better ROAS than two on any of them really.
Got it. Because I know that worldwide ad sets do super well, and it just has scalability. When you sort of stuck to US, it's just so far you can scale it out. So what I might recommend you to do is, I'm not too sure, I can't really know the specifics, but what I usually do is I get the best interest I duplicate it, I do worldwide, I set a budget of like $20 to $30 and I let it run for 3 to 4 days. If it sort of break even, I keep it running. And the reason I keep it running is because a worldwide ad set, over time, it optimizes it really well. It doesn't sort of get results right off the bat just because it's just such a large audience, but over time it optimizes really well. And then what I do is then I'm able to collect data on where the sales are coming in worldwide. And then I'll have a bunch of countries I can then do lookalike audiences for. So for example, if I see my product selling really well in Netherlands, in Israel, selling really well in Germany, then I go ahead and make lookalike audiences for these specific countries. But right now you don't know which countries are doing well for your product. So if you were to go ahead and create lookalike audiences for all these different countries like Germany, Israel, Ireland, these are countries that usually do pretty well, you wouldn't know if it's worth it because you don't have worldwide data. So that's sort of what I'd recommend your next steps is. Start collecting worldwide data to then create lookalike audiences for those specific countries using the data you collect.
So all the problems I've had with worldwide targeting is that I'm able to get like cheap links, but it doesn't translate to purchases. And also, if I just targeted, say, for Germany, for example, and like one of the interests I target would be Disney, there wouldn't be enough people in that audience.
Got it. So what happens when you just do worldwide Disney? You do it like at $30, you optimize for purchase and you let it run for 3 days.
So the total audience size for that would probably be maybe like a million people, whereas for US it'd be like 10 million.
So when I say worldwide, I mean literally worldwide. You like put every single country, you check all countries.
So not just ePacket?
No, worldwide. Okay, so that's, you definitely, a lot of money is being left on the table in that case. You definitely want to get into worldwide ad sets. Like that's the next level.
I've been hesitant to target like the poorer countries like India, Asia, and all those other countries in Asia as well.
So when you do worldwide, Facebook is really smart enough, especially when you're optimizing for purchase, to only show your ads to people that are most likely to purchase. So despite picking worldwide, Facebook is smart enough to know not to show your ads to people in India, people in Vietnam, people in, say, Cambodia, who are likely just to click your ads or just add to cart but not purchase. They're not going to show your ads to those type of people.
Yeah, I've had a couple of stores already from like Vietnam and China like just plagiarize my ads, which has been super frustrating.
When it comes to that, if you want to avoid people plagiarizing your ads, you got to report them. Every time you see someone plagiarizing, report the ad and get it shut down. Yeah, it's part of the game. That's sort of the nature of the dropshipping business, where anyone can just sort of copy your ad, copy your product, and all you can do is just like put a watermark on your video, report competitors, get their videos taken down, and then even if that's too hard, literally you could hire an assistant where all they do is just scroll through Facebook, search keywords similar to your product, and they just sort of report anyone that copies your video.
Yeah, another thing like I wanted to ask you about scaling. So like I'm decent at like duplicating the budgets. So how would you recognize which ad set scale? Like would you choose one which has like a ROAS above 3 and then duplicate that to 50 and then to 100, or what would you suggest? What method would you use?
So if you have a really strong product, the best method is the editing budget and doubling the budget strategy. Edit from 20 to 50, 50 to 100, 100 to 200, 200 to 500. That works the best, and that's the best way to scale, because now you have all this data collected in this one ad set and it just gets stronger and stronger. You only use the duplicating method when the product is a weaker product, where the moment you double the budget, the ad set breaks because it's a weaker product. That's when you sort of duplicate ad sets, keeping the budget the same or doubling the budget. But if you have a strong product, you definitely want to edit budgets and just keep building that ad set, and just making it stronger and stronger, and just increasing the budgets on that one ad sets. And obviously you have a ton that you could do this too. and obviously some would break the moment you double the budget. It just doesn't work. That happens, but since it's a strong product, you'll have a lot of ad sets that will work.
As you're scaling up as well, like I know it's inevitable for the ROAS to drop slightly. Say if you increase your daily budget by $1,000, how much can you expect the ROAS to drop?
So how much are you spending every day right now?
It's around 2,000 Australian.
Got it. So if you increase it from like 2 to 3,000, your ROAS might drop from like say 2 down to like 1.85.
Yeah.
That's a hypothetical sort of example, but that's sort of what you're looking at. It would dip by that amount.
I always get a bit scared once it goes below 2, even though I know it's still positive. But
yeah, when you dip it to 1.85, you're going to be getting a larger volume of sales. You'll be getting more data. You're getting more emails they could then remarket to. On top of that, when you scale, you want to double down on your upsells. Have a really strong post-purchase upsell funnel and email sequence where that even if you scale to these large numbers, even if you break even, you make a ton of money through upsells and people buy multiple.
Yeah, that's one of the one things I have found success with. I use like the offer buy 2 get 1 free, and that increases the order value like enormously.
Exactly. So just pushing more traffic, and scaling is always worth it. You'll be able to find a sweet spot where even though ROAS decreases, you'll still be making more profit. I don't know if that makes sense. When you scale to larger numbers, ROAS has to dip, but your profit will increase.
With offers and like leading up into November, the busy time for ecom, what are some of the offers and strategies you found most successful, like with Black Friday?
Email blast, retargeting all your purchases and everyone that's add to cart, and using that strategy. Number 2, when you retarget all your purchases and all your add to carts, you want to retarget them with Black Friday ads and have a bunch of variations. Just like have high frequency, have literally a campaign with an ad set retargeting all your previous purchases in the past, say 180 days, and hit them with like 10 different Black Friday ads just consistently over the next month. And that does really well. 1, you're hitting warm traffic that already knows of your brand and your product and your store. 2, when someone has purchased something, they're very likely to go back and purchase again, especially when you're giving them a good deal, and they're much easier to convert. And then email marketing, you want to blast your list like several times a week, like once every day leading up to Black Friday. Warm up your list, give them value, show them how to use your products, tips and tricks about the products, and then hit them with sales and discounts and deals. Tell me about your dropshipping journey, for example. I want to hear about how you got started. Like, how long have you been in the game for?
Well, basically, probably like around a year ago. Like, I wasn't too happy with the work I was doing. I always like wanted to work for myself. I have like flexible freedom to be able to work at home or work overseas, as I am now. And yeah, I basically just started looking for ways to make money online. I was always skeptical, didn't think it was possible. And yeah, I think the first few products I tried, like I put no effort into it whatsoever. I just thought, oh yeah, I can list a product and then I'll get sales. Like I got traffic but no sales. And then yeah, I made the leap to come over to Germany, and I was like, all right, this is all or nothing. And then I found a product which was pretty good, but although it was like, I shouldn't have been selling it, was a bit dodgy, that product. Yeah, I have learned a lot along the way. So
That's awesome. And how many products did it take for you to find your first winner?
to be honest, this is like my fourth product.
That's crazy. That's pretty good.
Yeah, so I tested, I had like one decent one, which was dodgy, and then I sold 3 other products I was testing. Made a couple of sales, but just breaking even. And then I saw this one product, and I thought this has like pretty massive potential, but I couldn't find any videos like the product being used. So I decided to order it myself and film my own videos.
That's awesome. And what's your product research strategy do you use?
I don't use any tools. I just go onto like YouTube, AliExpress, Amazon, just searching different ideas, like seeing what's not saturated. I prefer to like start the product from scratch rather than hop on someone else's success.
I totally agree. I reckon like even like during the beginning of this year, the only way to succeed is having your own winners, because jumping on something that someone else is already advertising and scaling, one, they have too much of a head start that like you can't compete with them, like they're just scaling and you can't get market share, and two, you're literally getting crumbs, and it's not worth it.
And yeah, so I'm just hoping I can ride this product out till the end of the year, and then I'm going back to Australia in the summer, and then yeah, try to find a new one.
That's awesome. So what's your sort of long-term plan with dropshipping? Do you want to like grow out, sort of just collect as much money as you can and then sort of build out a team and automate it? Or do you want to transition into building a brand and your own product? What's sort of your long-term plan?
To be honest, I haven't given it too much thought. Like only like 6 months ago, I wasn't even sure if it was possible to afford a career out of dropshipping. I would like to, I guess, build my own brand. At the moment, like I'm not white labeling the product. It doesn't really need to be. But yeah, I would like to white label product. Have the whole system automated from US fulfillment. Actually, that was another thing I was going to ask you about. Transitioning to that.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
So at the moment, I've transitioned from AliExpress to using an agent. I was considering bulk ordering from Alibaba to a US warehouse. So, yeah, I was still debating. I wasn't sure like what the right move was, what the risk level I wanted to tolerate, and all those other factors.
Okay, so first thing first is how much would you save in cost of goods if you bulk ordered it?
So I could probably, it would be down from like around $5 to like around $3 per product.
Okay, and is that extra $2 or extra, that's like 40% discount, what is your saving amount after you factor in the shipping costs? Because if you ship it to the US, it will take like 3, 4, I don't know, depending on the size of your product, it'll be several hundred USD or even more.
I worked out all the costs, and shipping from the US, it'd be around $2 to $3 per product more.
Damn, so that means you would actually, right now is it $5 shipped? So you'll be paying, $5, $6 shipped in the US, including fulfillment fees?
No, including fulfillment and all, including everything, could be around $750.
$750, and that includes the initial shipping, the fulfillment fees, the shipping in the US. And how much faster would shipping time be for this extra $2.50?
So it'd go from around 10, 15 days to 3 to 5 days.
Got it. So let's break down the maths. It would be actually losing in 25%.
If I did transition to US fulfillment, I would probably start charging customers for shipping. At the moment, I'm not charging for shipping.
If you transition to fulfillment, you'll be able to charge for shipping, which would cover the increased costs. And potentially you'll be able to increase the price because of faster shipping times, I believe. But the only downsides it's just now you're holding stock. What if the product dies out? You'll have to pay for inventory fees, and it's very much more high stress, and that's a downside.
I was about to pull the trigger and do like $20,000 worth of orders, and then I saw all these ads popping up, like copying mine, and my sales were starting to drop, and yeah, I got a bit freaked out, so I slowed down.
Yeah, to be honest, the easiest answer is not worth it. People do the drop shipping model to not hold stock. So holding stock is like going against the model that's sort of feeding you, and like there's no need to. You could scale with no resistance, with ease, without holding stock, and the only time you want to hold stock, it's when it's your own product that you're branding and building a brand around. It's not worth holding stock on like a blank product.
But on the other hand as well, like leading up to November and Christmas, I also don't want it taking 3-4 weeks to arrive and then get PayPal's disputes, returns.
Exactly. What if you just run out of stock as well? What if you just run out and then now you have to go from like 3-day shipping back to 10 to 15-day shipping? You have to change your shipping price and the price of the product. You have to remove shipping costs. It's just like a lot of stress, and the reward is like not much. Like you're not going to be making much more money. You're not going to be getting much more sales because you have faster shipping times. You might get like a small amount of sales extra for your faster shipping times, but it won't make up for the amount of stress, the increased cost of goods. It won't balance or outweigh those downsides. The pros don't outweigh the cons.
Yeah, it's definitely like a learning curve. Like I think if I was more organized, I'd be able to handle it. But yeah, at this stage, yeah, it would take probably 20 days to manufacture and then another 15 days to ship to the US. So just have to wait, I think, for next year and another product.
Exactly. Using an agent, but sort of like what people do is they buy products bulk, they ship it to a fulfillment center in China where they're able to ship out your products and have like arrival times of like 5 to 7 days to the US.
Yeah, the agent did mention something like that.
And then with that option, you're able to, one, even customize the products. One, you get cheaper cost of goods. Two, it's still drop shipping because like the stock is held in China. Three, you get faster shipping times. Four, you could start white labeling. When they make your product, you could add your logos, you could add in sort of business cards, etc. And it's basically doing what you're going to do, but with way less risk, with way cheaper shipping costs, way cheaper cost of goods, no expensive shipping costs to get it to China, no 20, 10, 30 day delay. So that's sort of like the better option, which I definitely recommend you to do, especially when you're scaling.
What about the damage that can be caused with customers, like knowing the product's coming from China and then writing on your Facebook ads that it's cheap quality, it's from China, that kind of thing?
So what I do is on your Facebook page, you can actually filter those comments. In your Facebook page settings, there's this filter, and I just put in like AliExpress, scam, fake, and whenever people put those comments in, it just automatically gets hidden.
I know, it's hard to get everything sorted like that, but yeah.
Yeah, automated. Or you could have a VA just sort of skim through you use your customer service VA to just skim through your comments every single day, sorted by newest comments, and all they do is that they just check the comments in the last 24 hours, hide any comments that's negative, and then it takes 5 minutes and you just pay them an extra $1 or $2 for doing that.
Actually, I just hired a VA last week and he's pretty great. What other tasks would you get the VA to do?
So when I fully automated my dropshipping business, I had VAs for product research, product upload, the initial Facebook testing ads, video editing, customer service, and that customer service would also handle all the disputes, as well as handle my Facebook page. And then that was basically everything. So all I had to do was just scale ads. So eventually down the line, when you really want to double down on your dropshipping business, you want to automate everything to the very end. And ideally, you also want a project manager, a right-hand man, to like look after everyone.
Sure. So what does that lead you to do?
Scaling.
Is that your favorite part?
That's definitely my favorite part. And just sort of being able to strategically take a step back and find ways to grow the business further. If you're really in it every day, you won't be able to grow. That's what I've noticed. When you're sort of launching ads every day, you're testing products, you're doing product research, you're just in the dirt and you're basically in a 9 to 5. You want to be able to outsource those things so you can take a step back and really see how you can strategically grow your business and build something that's like long term.
So when you are scaling, what kind of setbacks, what other setbacks have you dealt with?
Disputes. PayPal holds and Stripe holds, definitely the biggest ones. That's probably like the biggest issue, and you want to be prepared.
How many disputes before PayPal would freeze your account?
Probably like once you get like 5 disputes within like 2 weeks. So that's not much at all. And then so that's why you want to start building your cash reserves, stack up on cash, always withdraw money from PayPal when you can, because the moment they hold your funds, they'll literally lock everything that's in your PayPal account, plus every new money coming in, every new sale, they'll be holding 20, 30% of it. So that's when things get tough, because now you need to make sure that your profit margin after ad spend is above 25%, If not, you're going to have to rely on your cash reserves to fulfill all your orders and then wait it out for the 90-day rolling reserve for money to come back in. So that's probably the hardest part. And dealing with like people reporting your ads, people copying your ads, people just reporting your store, competitors. That's probably the hardest part of scaling.
How much would you look to be scaling per day?
If you have a strong product, try to push it to like 5-figure days. Push it to 5-figure days, run into all these problems, because the earlier you run into these problems, the stronger you're going to be later on. Like these problems are all inevitable and you want to go through them to learn how to combat them.
So you think like faster is better than like slow and gradual, or?
Do it slow and gradual.
Yeah, I've been doing like increasing the budget by about $100 per day, but yeah, now that other people are doing the product, I'm thinking about increasing it faster.
Yeah, so if you have a really strong product, you really want to like hit the accelerator pad and just like scale it up really fast, like increasing budgets by like $1,000 a day, launching like 50 ad sets, $20 each every day, just because that's the nature of a dropshipping business. You find a winning product, you scale it out as fast as possible before anyone jumps on it, and then you take the money and you move on to the next product. You don't really want to slow burn any product. Slow burning is sort of like a beginner strategy, and that's sort of when sharks jump onto your products and just take over it.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough. I thought like maybe I could drag this product out like at least another 6 weeks. What are your thoughts with that?
Don't drag the product. If you can make more money and just scale it out as soon as possible. Push it to its limits. Never ever drag a product long, because people are going to jump on it, competitors are going to see it, times will change, Facebook algorithm might sort of just change, and your product might not just work anymore, be optimized. Just scale it out as fast as you can. Never drag out a product so that you have that sort of sense of accomplishment that you're making money over a long period of time. Just push it as far as you can, as fast as you can. And that was the consulting call. I hope you guys were able to find value from that. Literally, that was value packed. I highly recommend anyone who's in the scaling phase to rewatch that again and again and again, because this consulting call is literally something I charge thousands for, and I'm giving away to you guys completely for free just because you guys are loving these consulting calls that I'm putting on my channel. Hence, I want to do more of them. I highly recommend you guys take value of this, because there's so much golden nuggets in it, and it's just a real and raw video that's really transparent when giving my true honest advice and giving my blueprint for Mitch in this case to scale his business to 5-figure days. So hopefully you guys have been enjoying these value packed consulting calls I'm giving away completely for free. No one's doing this. Question of the day: how much revenue are you currently doing every day, and how far do you want to scale it to for Q4? Are you currently doing 3-figure days and you want to hit 4-figure days for consulting calls? Are you just getting started? I want to hear your goals for Q4. Other than that, thank you so much for investing your time into watching this consulting call. I really appreciate you guys watching my videos. You guys keep my channel alive. You guys motivate me to keep posting valuable content and just giving you guys all my golden nuggets. Thank you so much for supporting the channel, and I'll be seeing you guys tomorrow with more value. Peace.